Namaskar दोस्तों. A few days ago I posted a query on my Facebook and Instagram page that why yoga is known as a way of living. And I gave few options. Most of the people selected option 1, which is a healthy body. Yoga provides a healthy body, that's why it is a way of living life. The other option people went for because it gives a peace of mind, and some of us went for the option 3, which is both healthy body and peace of mind. See, let's understand these options and the question. For healthy body, we need to practice asana and some shuddhi kriya, the cleansing process, to keep this body clean from inside out and becoming strong and improving our immunity. For a peace of mind, we need to practice first pranayama and few techniques of meditation. But all these activity, with both of these activity, will take around 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour. And if you are very much dedicated and you have a lot of time, then you can spend around 2 hours in a day. That means, and let's talk about the question, yoga as a way of living. That means we are living only when we are practicing these activity. That means our life is in these 1 or 2 hours when we are practicing either pranayam, asana or meditation. What about the other times? See, the thing is we don't have clarity. Most of the people think that yoga means practicing asanas or postures. Some of us know a little more about that, that's pranayam or meditation. But for meditation also we talk about it very casually. Yoga is not that actually, or that's a limited explanation about yoga. Asana, pranayam, even meditation are a few parts of yoga. This is not yoga as whole. If we talk about holistic approach towards yoga, then fit body and a calm mind are the byproducts of yoga. Because the purpose, the aim of yoga is not to get only a nice shape of body and just a sound sleep, but the purpose of yoga is to liberate from this world. In Sanskrit, the word is moksha. मोक्ष प्राप्ति ही योग का परम उद्देश्य है. But we as normal people, normal householder, we practice yoga only to have a physical fitness. Let that be. Let it that way only. I'm not going to talk about moksha prapti because that requires a higher level of practice and a higher level of understanding. But don't you think then apart from this physical fitness only, you should also focus or pay a little more attention towards your spiritual and emotional fitness? That's where we need little more than 1 hour of asana practice or just pranayam practice. That's where we need the other aspects of yoga which are unexplored aspect, because yoga, asana and pranayam are explored very much in the world. But what about the other philosophy? What about the holistic approach towards yoga? What about the time when we are not practicing these pranayam or these asanas? Let's take an example. Suppose you are in a social gathering or in an office, or the situation can be your home. There's some situation occurs, or there are some people, they don't like you or you don't like them either. But either you have to live with them or you have to work with them. Or in a social gathering, you have to tolerate them for some times. Then definitely your blood pressure will shoot up. You will lose your peace of mind. There would not be any control in your thoughts. Would you start practicing any of the yoga postures to control your blood pressure? Would you just sit in meditation to control your thoughts and have that regain that peace of mind? No, right? That's where we need to learn and understand those philosophy and what Maharshi Patanjali has written in the text Yoga Sutra. These lessons are yam and niyam and some other lessons like parikarmas, which teaches us how to live with ourselves, how to live with others. In fact, Yoga Sutra by Maharshi Patanjali comes very handy when it comes to the situation of dealing with peoples. There are variety of peoples, and the parikarmas explains it very nicely how to deal with them to keep your control, keep your cool. And there are other lessons in other philosophies like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which teach us to do our karma according to karma theory, karma yoga theory, so that those actions would not affect you, and it will definitely not affect your peace of mind. See, for us, for normal human being, for us householder, the practice of yoga, the aim of practicing yoga holistically should be controlling our thoughts. In Sanskrit, the word is chitta shuddhi. In English, we can loosely translate to get the emotional and spiritual fitness, to have a balanced state of mind. And so you need to improve your eagerness to learn more about this philosophy, the other unexplored part of yoga, so that you can give a complete makeover to your personality and to your life. And then only it will prove in your life the yoga as a way of living. See you in next video with some other question. Have a happy and healthy life.